Hello everyone and welcome to the Standard Open Sideboard here in Baltimore. I'm here with Richard Nguyen. Richard, you're playing a deck that is pretty interesting. We've got a number of cards that go last pick and draft in this archetype. We've got some Chronic Floodings down here at the bottom. We've got some more draft all-stars really in the Nightshade Peddler and Golden Knight Commander. Those guys were pretty good. Is it Staticaster? Reasonable. Nothing to write home about. But altogether, you've got an Angel of Glory's Rise combo deck, basically, that is actually running on burial rights without the ability to hardcast it. You just flash it back.
Correct.
So, what made you want to sleeve this one up today?
I actually was going to play Black Red Zombies, and a buddy of mine, Matt Griffin, that shipped me the list. Apparently, it was doing very well on Moto. Not sure who actually established it. It's just awesome when you can bond Peddler and Caster, and then you can just ping off all the creatures.
Sure.
Especially when you can flash this in at the end of your third turn. And just the ability of just having Chronic Flooding is just so awesome. I mean, that's what really fuels the deck, just getting everything in your graveyard. And even if you don't get the combo pieces, Huntmaster's just good by itself, along with Zelius and the Angel later in the game. That's just the main. Every game I played, I actually wanted this regardless. Getting Unburial into the graveyard
as quickly as possible.
Yep, as quickly. And this, it was just good against aggro decks like zombies and any mid range. I can just tap them down and then swing them with my guys. Faithless Looting was just the same as for Charm. Just fishing through the deck, getting cards in my hand, and then discarding it. Especially I want to discard as many humans because everything in the deck is actually humans, I believe. Except for the Angel.
Yeah, of course.
And then this actually was MVP for a couple rounds.
The Golden Knight Commanders have been great?
Very good. Where I had like 6 humans in play, and then I unburialed Angel, getting back like 2 Hunt Masters, getting 2 Wolf tokens, gaining 4 life, and then getting these guys back, having a machine gun on the table. Yeah, the Peddler and the Staticaster, it's awesome because when you can cast this turn 2, and then in-step cast this in, it's actually a machine gun. When they bond, it's actually Death Touch, so you can pretty much wipe everything. I had very good matchups with like Lingering Souls, when they had casted a Huntmaster, I can just kill off their Wolf tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also a ton of synergy, I think, with the Is It Staticaster on your own Huntmaster.
Yes.
Just being able to pass and then come in with the Is It Staticaster on their turn. Especially, it gets even worse if you have something like Feeling of Dread, where you can actually maybe even flip the guy back on their turn, which is pretty incredible advantage. The Moto list you spoke about earlier, I know I heard Arcology doing some performances and dailies with it. I don't know if anyone else has been playing it, but his list was a little shy in Is It Charms. You've gone to the full 4, and have you had mana troubles with getting those going?
I have not. The mana was pretty well set off. I didn't have trouble getting a turn 1 red source, or not having red or blue turn 2 to fish through the deck, get cards in the graveyard. And Cavern is obviously just really good. Everything in the deck is human, so most of the time I would just name human, and that would fix my mana base up for the Peddlers. Pretty much all my spells.
One of the nice parts about this deck is you can actually get to 7 mana and play the Angel too as an uncounterable threat. It's very similar to what Brad was doing with the Reanimator deck, where you can Reanimator, or you can even just hardcast all your guys in an uncounterable fashion. It's very quickly, very dangerous even, because once these guys are in play, like you said, all the creatures are pretty much just dead.
Yes.
So that's our main deck, spicy, and we're going to move over to the sideboard. One of the nice parts about playing a deck with so many colors is a lot of options in the sideboard. And this sideboard actually looks like kind of a peculiar cross between a lot of like what the green-white mid-range deck have been doing and the blue-white flash decks.
Yeah.
You're playing a lot of the hate cards they run. The counterspell package of 4 Dispel and 2 Negates, obviously pretty strong against decks that are intent on resolving Sphinx's Revelation.
Yes. Yeah, I sided these in against pretty much any control deck. I've only played against one blue, red, white flash deck and a band control, and ended up siding those in, and it worked out very well. Obviously, these are for Rest in Peace,
Sure.
and that hurts when it hits. So, and this was thrown in just to help out with the more aggro decks if I can't keep up.
Just going up to 3 Feeling of Dread.
Yep. So like tap them out, and then I can flash it back. And just with these guys, I sideboarded him against zombies, anything aggro, just so I can do a turn 3 and then having turn 4 Hunt
The Healer is
Master.
definitely a card that's just coming up in the world, I think, right now. And
Yep.
most decks that run green and white can turn to it as a sideboard card. one of the weird things is that you're actually running a Death Red, 2 Death Red Shaman here. In fact, you don't have access to the black mana to use it as like an anti-Snapcaster card, but it's still pretty effective as an anti-Reanimator card, and it even helps you fuel some mana rate because of your own milling, right?
Yep. Lets me cast Angel possibly a turn earlier, and like I said, it's just good against Reanimator. I can't cast make him lose 2 life, but I mean, at some point in the game, I did had to gain 2 life just to stay alive and cast Angel to win the game with all the humans coming back into play.
And you're already boarding in 6 cards against those decks a lot of the time anyway, so like you don't even really have room for 8 to show up Snapcaster. It's not that big a deal. So you've played a few rounds with the deck. You're sitting with 1 loss, right?
Yep.
How have you liked it since it's a new experience?
It's fun. It's just people are watching, not realizing like what chronic flooding does, and you're just milling, and there's like 20 cards in the graveyard, and then you see Angel hit board, and then it's all the humans. Like you see everything on the board, and then just win out. And I mean, it's doing very well, so hopefully I win out.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wish you good luck with the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more standards.